Roguelites are one of the best game genres for solo indie developers or small teams. This kind of project teaches you most of the systems that matter in 2D game development. I've been coding a lot of games lately in Unity and in JavaScript, so I know that building a game like this is easier than you might think. This is Game Ideas for Beginners. Relatively easy to code, but extremely fun to implement and to play. Here's a bunch of unique enemy types, a diverse set of easy to implement weapons that work well with weird and unique upgrades, and let's top it all off with a special twist. You don't need 20 systems to make a roguelite, but every roguelite should have some form of randomized runs to make sure every playthrough is different. In a game like this, you can have different enemy types and randomly placed world objects or arena layouts. Roguelites usually include some form of permadeath. When the player dies, the run resets. Everything else is optional, but most roguelites also add meta progression to make them more engaging. Each run earns currency, and that currency carries over. This works perfectly well with games that have fast runs. For now, this game could have 5 to 15 minutes per session. We can also have frequent level ups with a choice of 3 cards drawn randomly from a pool of upgrades. These can improve player stats, give you new weapons, or even summon a helper companion. This is how you can craft unique builds every run. I want to design enemy behaviors in a way that lets us mix and match them easily, so I usually reach for composition, where we build enemies out of small, reusable behavior pieces instead of one big script. This lets us create very simple behaviors, like the Seeker, which just moves towards the player, or a Drifter enemy archetype, which ignores the player completely and randomly wanders around. We can also build more complex enemies that switch between behaviors based on different triggers. Take this Charger enemy. It wanders randomly, just like the Drifter, but once it gets within a certain distance of the player, it plays a short wind-up animation and then charges directly at you. We can also telegraph these attacks by rendering a danger zone on the ground, so the player understands where the attack is about to land. We can go even further. Look at this egg layer enemy type. It flies above the arena and randomly drops eggs. We can destroy the eggs before they hit the ground, but if they land, they hatch into smaller enemies with Seeker behavior that swarm the player. Or this Stalker. It tries to sneak up from behind. If the player is facing it, it stops moving, turns invisible, and becomes untargetable. Whenever I make a game, I have a lot of fun designing all different kinds of enemies. If you want, give me one simple enemy and one more complex. Show me your game design skills in the comments. I might implement my favorites. To build systems like this cleanly, developers often combine composition with the strategy pattern, where each behavior is its own component or class, and enemies can switch between them at runtime. In Unity, this usually means splitting behavior into separate scripts, like movement, targeting, and attack logic, and then composing different enemies by plugging these pieces together, instead of rewriting everything from scratch. To deal with all these enemies, I came up with 5 weapons. Each one can level up, so even a basic projectile can become powerful if we keep upgrading it. You can also have fun with the visuals. For example, my grandma's basic attack is just throwing her soft, fluffy slippers around. They can slap hard. Let's do something completely different. This is a bouncing weapon that ricochets off enemies and world obstacles. It's also great for a learning project, because it naturally teaches collision handling and basic physics interactions. A simple upgrade for this weapon could increase how many times it bounces before being destroyed. When enemies receive damage, that's a perfect place to use an event-driven approach, similar to the observer pattern. Instead of tightly coupling everything together, one event can notify multiple systems. For example, when an enemy gets hit, the animation system plays a hit reaction. A particle system spawns a burst effect, and audio system plays a hit sound. In Unity, this is usually done with C# events, Unity events, or scriptable object event channels, rather than a traditional event emitter. If you want more dynamic weapon effects, we can include chain lightning. The idea is simple. Electricity jumping from enemy to enemy, but we can really push the visuals. I break each lightning bolt into segments, offset them slightly to create a jagged look, and layer multiple lines, a thicker, semi-transparent base, and thinner, more jittery lines on top. Here's a boomerang weapon that travels out and returns, damaging enemies both ways. A special upgrade can make it return faster or deal more damage based on its speed. We can also implement a classic orbiting weapon that pushes enemies away, giving the player more control over their personal space. You can see that all these weapons can easily be reskinned to match the art style and theme of your game. Did I cover every possible weapon archetype? Or you can challenge me with better ideas? Let me know in the comments. To efficiently handle large numbers of projectiles, we can use object pooling. Instead of constantly instantiating and destroying objects, which is relatively expensive in Unity, we reuse them. We create a pool of projectiles up front, disable them when not in use, and then recycle them when we need to fire again. This reduces garbage collection spikes and improves performance, especially in games with lots of bullets and effects. Here's a fun twist: a special card that summons a companion. The companion follows the player, finds a position nearby, and moves with them. It could mimic the player's basic attack and benefit from the same upgrades. But here's the question: should we cap the number of companions or let players stack them endlessly into a completely overpowered swarm? I've built this game from scratch several times, both in Unity and in plain vanilla JavaScript as a web game. If you're curious about any of the techniques, or if you want a full step-by-step tutorial, let me know in the comments. Do you want to build a roguelite, or are you more interested in other game genres? What kind of game would you like to build? If you want a complete step-by-step process how to build a 2D game, you can check out this video next.